Hello everybody, just finished our council work session. A quick update for you. Council is considering a mask mandate, which means a requirement to wear a mask even outside in public areas. Now, I am going to support some version of this, which is not where I started. So I want to explain to you why and on what grounds. And this is not yet adopted. It still needs to move through meetings, but it'll be next Monday and Tuesday, so there will be time to comment. This was not initially something I was supporting, because if we're looking at this purely from a epidemiological public health perspective, and a very narrow perspective within that of what can we do to keep cases down, reduce case load, and reduce transmission of the disease, this is not an intervention that will be at the top of that list. Masks work. That is science. We understand that to be true. However, a mask works only insofar as it prevents the spread of the disease in a place where it would already spread. So, if you are inside, for instance, we know the disease spreads readily there, and a mask is very, very helpful. Outside, however, the disease does not spread that readily. It is much harder to get it, which is why we've had this sort of 10-minute rule. You could experience this in your own life. If you're in a small room and someone lights a cigarette, you immediately know that they've lit it and are probably quite bothered by it if you don't smoke. In contrast, if you're out on a hike and someone lights a cigarette in the same woods as you, you may not even know. So the same thing is true here. Ultimately, my fellow council members made some compelling arguments that got me to support it. The first is this move is a demonstration of seriousness. It sets an intention for our community and our visitors. Secondly, and more importantly, there is a felt sense of security. We heard from many, many people that they just don't feel safe in their own town. And that's worth a lot. Thirdly, and this is from my observation as well, even outside, while passing does not transmit the disease, gathering and speaking for a duration does. And whether it's the line outside of Lululemon or hanging out at the bus stop, there are certainly significant presentations of people gathering in close proximity, talking and not using a mask. And the absolute worst outcome would be another closure. It would be the worst for businesses, for employees, for residents, and for tourists. And we need to make sure we prevent that. So if this, even in a small way, reduces caseload and transmission, that is something that we need to support. We need to be looking long term. This is not done yet, and this will not be done this winter. And we need to be thinking about that. So along with my support of a measure to do this, I've also asked that we look at that list of what are the things that we can do to most limit caseload and spread so that we can stay open and also have a successful winter. And the top of that list is getting way better at contact tracing, so when we have cases, they don't spread, is a screening program for new entrants. We will not have the buffer of the outdoors come winter. People will be in tight proximity in hotels. And so we need to make sure that the people in spaces do not have and carry this virus. So we need to be making sure that we are screening appropriately there. And then third, we need to look at indoor capacities and procedures. If we're gonna have hotels open, should everyone be required to wear an N95 mask? Perhaps. Are our current capacities safe? I mean, we know that sitting in an indoor restaurant is about the worst thing you can do for spread. So we will be looking at those things in addition to this. And so that's what I know.